Here too. Almost done exporting.
Oh, I actually need to stop recording real quick.
I finished the last seed at 69%. Love it.
Nice. 50% on my end.
Although I think that might be inaccurate on both fronts, depending on.
Yeah, because I think it only counts the items that are picked up for you. It's not the items you necessarily pick up.
It's the items you
And
picked up for yourself divided by the number of items for yourself in the current seed. So, like, if you,
oh, is that?
yeah, if you like play a multi-world and pick up 20 items for yourself, and
Ah.
then you like play a multi-world where there's only 10 items in your seed for yourself, you'll get
Hmm,
200% completion at the start. That's how those like wacky numbers show up.
interesting. That's huh? I didn't know that was the math behind it.
Yep. Yeah, so it's
All right.
definitely inaccurate from one seed to another. But I am good to go whenever.
Okay. Just to confirm, are you getting game audio from me on VOD or on
Uh,
the
I
on
am
Discord?
only getting my own game audio, I believe.
I guess that's a good thing. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Session
Discord. Yeah, Discord
start.
capture is only capturing your voice, not your game.
Yeah, I don't know why they changed that. I actually kind of hate that, but it's whatever.
There might be a way to add it as a separate source somehow. I'm not sure. But it's probably better the way it is to only capture one game audio, but both voices.
Yeah, it works well for things like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now that said, hello, welcome to attempt number 2 of submission video for No Kid Hungry for Speed Gaming's marathon. Uh, I will link for a link for our previous submission for my end on YouTube because the kind of seed that we played before and attempted and weren't able to finish, that's the kind of seed that can show up. Which is why we're gonna mark the estimate as high as we are.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know
we
what
were.
we agreed. I don't know
Yeah,
what our estimate's gonna be yet, but
we were awfully close. It was just unfortunate
for
we had
some,
a hard stop of needing to get off at a certain time.
yeah. Whew, that would have been a doozy though. But yeah, this is gonna be CGC, as we like to call it with the previous tournament. This is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Cross Game Cup multi-world randomizer. Now, there's no actual cross game cup. It's just cross game multi here. But we're just calling it CGC because that's what the previous tournament called it. So Baja Blood will be running Metroid Prime. I will be running Echoes. And in a typical multi-world, items from our games can appear in each other's games. That part is standard, and we have a specific preset in mind to make sure the seed isn't outright atrocious, but if you watch the other video, it can still be atrocious. Randomizer will do you dirty.
Yep, so we both have some number of beginner tricks expected of us in Logic, but each of us, I'm sure, will be doing some sequence breaking to try to keep things moving, especially if otherwise we would be stuck waiting around for the other person to get us some items.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for 9 artifacts, 9 STKs for each of us to get into our respective final boss rooms, and then whatever items we need to actually beat our final bosses. But yeah, I think a decent coverage to start here, so I am ready when you are.
We just gotta start the session, and then
Yes. How do I?
we can get going.
All right, session started. We'll actually send items to each other this way. That's good.
All right. All right.
Would you like to count us down?
On go then.
Sounds good.
Yeah. On go. 3, 2, 1, go. As a partial donation incentive, I will be including HUD colors.
Ooh, nice.
That oh my, we got a suit right away. And a wide spectrum of colors are going to be available. However, to keep things sane and readable for the viewers. Oh, wow, okay.
Phase on
We don't
suit
have
at
to-
You Must Want. Amazing. That
Yeah.
is hard required for me to beat a game. It's actually one of the most difficult items to find because it only unlocks one check. But, oh my god. Well, speaking of amazing things to find first, have your screw attack.
Ooh.
So yeah, those are two excellent items for us to have found immediately. Expansion here.
We might have a jet seed right off the bat here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But, oh yes, as I was saying, there will be a small selection of HUD colors that will not be available, just to make sure the viewers do not have a bad experience.
Yeah, there are some that make text pretty much illegible when you're trying to scan stuff and read hints and whatnot.
And then, were you going to put suit colors into the donation pool as well, or no?
I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, so in Prime 1, we've got the HUD color change similar to Echoes. Right now, you can see I'm running a kind of yellowish HUD, rather than the blue from Prime. But you can also shuffle, or rotate anyways, all of your suit palettes. So that could be an option as well. We actually won't get to see many of them today because the Phazon suit overrides everything, so we're pretty much stuck with this. But it's a nice purple color.
I don't know, maybe only include the Phazon suit and maybe the Varia suit in the rotation, because there's obviously no guarantee that any of the suitors are going to appear first.
Mm-hmm.
Prime and Echoes do not have an unequipped feature built in. And I got one of your artifacts in Transport B access.
Okay, pretty early. My own space jump on Hive Mecha. Love it.
Ooh, okay.
So what we did there was a couple things at once. So one of the things we often abuse in the Prime one is scan dashing, which is basically taking advantage of the fact that we don't have a sideways speed cap. And so when you do these strafe jumps, you get a lot of speed. And so if you release the lockout at a certain time, you can go sideways pretty quick. And this boss that's supposed to have spawned here only is triggered when you touch this bridge. So by doing a little scan dash over the poison water, we can skip the boss and get out without doing that fight.
Do you have missiles?
I do not, but I have, I believe, some missiles available with Space Jump now.
Okay. I have some missiles. I believe they're yours, and at Temple Assembly site, I'm gonna break this real quick and get them for you.
Okay.
There we go.
Actually, I might just
Not first try this time.
Still pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna actually head back. Transport access north then.
Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
So that little slope jump I did there is out of logic. Not expected for the runner to ever do. Even the E dash that a runner could do is not expected to be in logic. Oh, and I'm turning around myself. All right. Let's do storage cavern B real quick.
See, the randomizer will place the missile launcher first for both of us before it expects us to use missiles, so neither of us found... We both only found an expansion so far, which does give us the ability to use missiles. But currently, any checks requiring missiles are not expected of us quite yet, unless the launcher is available somewhere.
My own secrets came from storage cavern B.
Okay. Oh god, this is scary.
All right, a curse.
Oh, I got an amber
Curse
for
Lake
you.
is dead.
Oof. A little bit of rust on our wheels today. There we go.
Keys to Aegon are in Chozo and Fendrana. Okay.
I've got them all, huh?
Yep. So if Maya Morbus has something, all 3 of the keys will be in his Chozo Ruins and his Fendrana Drifts, which we know Varia's suit will be behind, or is not going to be behind that, which is largely good to know.
Mm-hmm. Ah, there's my launcher. Okay, so my missiles are in logic.
Excellent.
A little careful here with these scarabs. They sure hurt without Morph Ball. Ow.
I knew I didn't make that jump.
Another visor for you. I think that's Echo. Oop, and what's that?
Oh.
That's just a missile. That sure is an Echo. Suspicious. Was Mining Plaza anything?
I'll notice as soon as I get a view on it. Right now I'm struggling just to get to the other side.
Yeah, Screw Attack not the best way to climb. Although you have missiles, yeah? That helps at least.
I do. Yep. Maybe I should just use that. Let's see here. That is an Echo's Power Bomb in Mining Plaza. Just an expansion. Missile launchers and GFMC compound. Is this even randomized?
Amazing.
There is a world where that missile launcher could be on the ship, but chances are it's in the crate. It'd be a pure vanilla check in that case.
Yep.
And your Varia suit is logically, I think, behind Power Bombs, Bombs, and Spider. It's in Mining Station A.
Ooh. Ideal. Hopefully your space jump shows up before Bomb Guardian. Or maybe you are better at that BSJ than I am.
I can do the BSJ. I would still want Space Jump Boost, though.
Oh, yeah.
And a missile for you. I'm going to get a couple hints and check Sand... Oh, wait. I have a major upgrade in Sand Cache. That's probably my Space Jump Boots right there.
Oh, yeah. We're skipping a couple major items to get up to the top of this room. These platforms are still here with that X-ray visor, and we did a little scan dash. Oh my god, we get Ice Beam. That's really good. And we also did a scan dash to skip grapple that you're supposed to have. We're now going to do a little short out-of-bounds segment here to skip plasma. Which in retrospect was maybe not the best idea without having saved it all, but we got it. And for thermal. It's somewhat easy to softlock doing that if you don't have Morphin Bombs. Morphin Bombs will get you out of trouble if you land on any kind of sticky collision that you can't jump off of.
Indeed, it is my boots. Your Vari suit incoming.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh.
So I'll probably put off Magmore until I'm otherwise out of logic, just because Varia, we know, isn't accessible yet, logically. Because I'm sure you would quite like to find Power Bombs, Spider Ball Bombs. All those are pretty good.
Indeed. Umos 2 is just a missile this time.
That's good.
Alright, now I'm going to go for Bomb Guardian.
Just more missiles. Alright, what do we got for artifacts?
Oh, I was too slow. Oh, Cobalt translator. Okay. So I have 3 translators and one of the visors already. All right, let's go to Central Mining Station and see what we got. Central Mining Station looks like it's just a missile.
Alright, we got our hints for the 9 artifacts. DM them to you. Nothing too terrible. Sank entrance is probably the most annoying.
Are you getting artifact hints?
Yeah. So it's your transport B-Axis that you already knew about, O'Lear, Sank entrance, and Boost Guardian.
Okay, no, that's not terrible. That's workable.
I believe I'm out of checks until Morph, logically, but I will take this Faria suit into Magmor.
And your bombs are in my command center.
Ooh, okay. That's really good.
I think we had this with the last one too. I don't remember if screw attacking the floor and shooting the grate is in logic of this. I want to say it is, but
Yes, it is.
okay. So your bombs are in logic. Have fun with Magmor.
Oh boy, we don't have Morph, and we don't have Health.
Oh.
This room is actually super scary. I didn't save ever. Let's maybe be a little safe. Like, that's probably fine, but if I get kind of squished between the Magmor and the wall while I'm also in the lava, that would be a very quick death.
Yeah, that'll be really, really bad. You're getting 20% damage reduction at least, but that's still kind of eh.
Yeah. It's all part of my strategy to have Morph Ball by the time I get back here.
So I'm gonna bum rush my Dark Missile Trooper because that might be your Morph Ball because I already know what's at my GFMC compound check. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about my own missile launcher right now.
You have? Oh, you have space jump. Oh, wow. Okay.
I do. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, that was my
then,
sand
yeah.
cache item.
Yeah, so missiles are in logic then. Unless they're on the ship, I suppose.
And at least with a more advanced item like the Seeker Launcher, some of these fights will go quicker.
Mm-hmm. Nice doing Transport BX. This is an artifact, honestly, that you can kind of put that off. Okay, now we can enter Magmar with no fear.
Yep, go Morph Ball.
Oh,
as a result of Bomb Guardian. Okay.
Intrigue. How are we routing this? I might do Magmar back to front, and then save warp and do Chozo back to front. Wow. It's a bit careless.
Oh, an STK. Nice. That's one. 1 of 9.
Yep. Short tunnel, just a missile. Another feature of the Prime games, if it kind of looks like you can stand on it, you can probably stand on it. And maybe even if it doesn't look like you can stand on it, you can. So we abuse a bunch there to climb up Monitor Station.
A little different where that goes. If it looks like you can stand on it, you can stand on it. If, but not necessarily. They did change collision for Echoes, knowing what happened with Prime. So you can't literally stand on everything, but you can still stand on a lot of things.
Oh my gosh. We have 3 of 4 beam combos already.
Nice. And Reliquary is a dead check.
This was a bold move on my part. Okay. Never punished. Let's farm a bit of health here. And by a little bit, I mean 10, apparently, because that's what the drop system gives me. Leno does have the advantage of the Prime 2 drop system trying to give you what you need if you're very low on something, whereas Prime is just pure RNG. Bent that a little too far.
Actually, you know, I don't need to, but I'll dupe the missile launcher. This puts me at 35. I got a healthy missile count now.
Alright, so we have Grapple and X-Ray. That does put our Ice Beam in Logic. Well, no, it doesn't, because these are both Varia locked. So Ice Beam is behind Varia. We take a Power Bomb, that's nice to have early.
Oh, I wonder if the other Burn Dome item or Furnace might be progression then.
Yeah, logically just a ton of Chozo is open. I maybe should have prioritized that over this, but I was already kind of down here.
Oh, it is quite alright.
Yep. So,
Oh, I have something in Transport A access.
oh my god.
You
All 4.
All of them.
Wow. That wasn't quite what we intended to do there. Hey, we take those. Alright. We're invincible.
Energy tank?
Yeah.
Nice. and a nice quality of life option that was added to both randomizers early on in Echo's development, but later on in Prime development when it was added to Randomania. Warp to start. It's not logically expected for you to do warp to start to actually accomplish and beat the seed, but it makes traveling to and from so much faster than it would otherwise be if I have to go like deep into Sank and then back out, and you have to go deep into the Phazon Mines and then back out.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that we both used Warp to Start for the first time, like almost identically. Because with Warp to Start, so I was close to re-entry Chozo, but if you're able to route Chozo back to front with using Ice Beam and a little trick of climbing this Frigate Crash Site room, it does route a little more nicely. You can skip, in particular, a puzzle in Energy Core that's a bit slow. Grab this from me? No.
I'm going to scout Hall of Undead while I don't have a check available at the moment. I could try and get to the Torvus Quadrant, but that is a rather silly Morph Ball roll. And since I don't have bombs, that would most assuredly be a soft lock. But I just saved, so we're going to go for it.
Nice. Oops. Just making sure everything in Far Chozo is in logic. Yeah, I think so. Just making sure I'm not like delaying the good checks by doing it back to front, but I'm pretty sure everything is in logic.
Hey, we got a cross. First try.
Nice.
This gives me access to one singular hint. The Dark Visors and Torvus Bog. That's a good hint.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a bad R press.
Alright, we're going to try and get back now. Hey, first try, but we still don't have bombs. So I'm going to be here in this Morph Ball tunnel chilling out for a minute. Ooh, I wonder if these Kraylees can shoot me through the wall. Doesn't look like it.
Overlapping the cutscene of the ghost dying and bombing that slot, which will save us a little bit of time rather than having to watch both. Just a missile.
Curious. Time for early wild? I'm assuming you're checking Flogger.
I will do Flogger before I leave Chozo, but I will probably make the last thing I do in Chozo. Flogger do be a bit slow. And I haven't even done like, because I didn't have Morph when I was in Chozo last, so I haven't even done like Watery Hall area, and that's a ton of checks right now.
Right.
Some more E up at the furnace. Ooh, There's one. Oh, that's mine. Weird. Alright. Don't even need the early wild anymore.
Oh, okay.
This is perfectly logic. What is this lopsided progression? I have like all but
Interesting.
4 majors right now.
I guess randomizer is like that sometimes.
Yeah.
My dark beam is in what was this? Yep, transport center. Okay. I never remember this room's name.
Yeah. It's good to know. Where the heck are your bombs? I mean, they've got to be in my Chozo.
That seems likely, yeah. Now, last time when I tried this out of bounds, you got me my bombs immediately, so we're gonna do the same thing, and randomizer magic will do that.
Uh-huh. Although, it will not be on Zoid. So that was just a missile expansion, and the other check's gonna be an artifact. But we can abuse the fact that there's this tiny ledge right here on Zoid's head that we can just stand on and avoid all the fire. Hang out until he becomes vulnerable again.
I never remember which side of the Aether box I want to try and stand on from this door. Oh, okay. Am I doing this from the wrong side? Is that why I can't get on top of the door? That might be it. Let's try it from this side. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because the transport center extends far out that direction, because that's where the half pipe and stuff is. You're gonna be in the aether of it, and that means you'll fall. But if you're on the other side of the door, you're outside of the box of the transport center. So every room is in a box. There's a lot of intricacy to going out of bounds and wall crawling, as we call it, the movement out of bounds. Basically, you're abusing the fact that when you are outside of the intended playable area, rather than falling, you sort of slowly float. As well as the fact that when you begin to fall in this game, the developers implemented some coyote time where you have a few frames where you can input a jump, and that will let you jump when you're on the border of where you would fall and where you would float. And that'll let you kind of climb along the edges of these boxes where the rooms are. That was the use of another trick called the slope jump that's common to both games, and it's particularly powerful while underwater in Prime 1. But if you are pressing yourself up against kind of diagonal collision as you jump, you will get more height than you otherwise should have. So that let us get up to that item without having a gravity suit as intended. God, are your bombs gonna be on Flagra? It's so stupid. What else is left? Not much. I guess should just be doing Flagra right away. I'll do it from reverse, though.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Where's my power bombs? What the hell? We take those. So we're supposed to beat Flagra and use the fountain that starts working after Flagra's been defeated. But we can stand on the little spider track morph and then do it, get the item that way. That does mean that this check is in logic as well then. So those PBs are in logic, since we could have beaten Flagra before doing that. Are you bombs? Nope. Oh wait, no, this Faria wasn't in logic, so that check wasn't in logic. Whoops, but quick detour, I suppose. So we have one more check in Ruined Shrine. There's one more check in Ruined Gallery. And otherwise, I think Plant has to have it.
Shrine Gallery Sun Chamber, huh?
Mm-hmm. Always feels bad when your partner is kind of stuck and you have a ton of checks and you end up choosing incorrectly which ones to do first. But that do be how rando goes sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Come on, low trigger. Oh, these low triggers can be a little finicky sometimes.
That one in particular, you cannot force load. You have to hit a loading trigger. The loading trigger is above. So if you go to the part of the archway closest to the half pipe, just like jump kind of in, yeah, like that way. Maybe a bit more forward. Yeah, you've probably hit it now. Now the room will start loading. Yeah, that is one of the few doors in Echoes. So normally in Echoes, you can get doors, the next rooms to load just by standing around the door from out of bounds. But this is one of the few rooms that works like most ones do, actually, in Prime 1. There you go.
Oh, you know what I don't have? Bombs.
Oh, that makes ceiling warping difficult. You can probably still do it, but it's not going to be easy. So another intricacy of out-of-bounds movement is how you get back inbounds. There's a few standard methods. This, the most common one probably is called a ceiling warp, where if you are interacting with the collision of a room that isn't currently active, the collision checks aren't quite as thorough, I suppose. And so you're able to unmorph in such a way that it clips you through the ceiling of a room into being back in bounds. So Leno is trying to have the room on. It's trying to have the game think that he is in Transport Center, but actually being in this elevator room. And unmorphing at with some amount of momentum, and that will allow him to kind of continue, keep the momentum and clip into the room. It looks like you are on the elevator, which is a problem, though.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably try from the other side. Yay, there we go.
Nice.
All right. Unfortunately, this gets me nothing at the moment.
Feeling of satisfaction.
But when I finally get my bombs, I can get this dark beam immediately.
Yeah, that's honestly a pretty good place to wait. Are these bombs? Yes! Okay, I forgot this was a check, too. So yep, could have come here immediately when Leno got me the morph ball, but actually could have peeked this a while ago, but I chose not to. Unlucky. But your bombs
That's
are...
just the nature of the randomizer sometimes. Like the randomizer chain can just do that to us, which is fine.
But bombs and dark beam should keep Leno moving for a while, and I'm in pretty good shape myself. I do need wave beam somewhat soon to be able to keep moving. Once I get wave beam, a good probably 80% of the game is open to me.
And dark beam gets.
Nice.
So slightly out of logic, out of sequence. It is technically in logic because I can get to it logically. It's just the way I did it is not in logic. All right, let's go. Let's go around.
So we're gonna enter the Sun Chamber / Flagra fight from the back, which will have some interesting properties. The boss fight won't actually start. However, the damageable bomb slot triggers that you have to hurt during the fight are still there and damageable. So we can pretty much kill Flagra before it activates, which is kind of nice.
There's a plasma, not the wave beam as requested.
Plasma's good though. And there's a decent number of checks in the shorelines area. Here's our Flagra friend. Now there's some way, I am not any good at this trick, but that a power bomb can hit 2 of these triggers at once. Oh, did I actually get it? You hit both triggers at once, you essentially are skipping one of these cutscenes by forcing them to overlap. I think I might have actually gotten it. Oh, nice. Cool. We can go for it again. Oh my gosh. Wow. I've never actually pulled that off.
Nice.
Second thing we can do here is, so now that we went near the door, we actually activated the fight, but Flagra is already dead. We can skip one of these cutscenes. So if we skip the one where it's dying, if we wait through the intro to the fight and wait for the one where it's dying, we can start moving long before we were supposed to. And this cutscene is significantly longer than the first one, so this actually saved us quite a bit of time in leaving the room. Flagra is not a favorite check of many random players just because of how long these cutscenes take, but if you're coming in from the back and getting that cutscene overlap skip, it definitely cuts down on the time investment for this check. That ghost flew into a very annoying position. So what I was trying to do there was get one hit on each of these ghosts so that one super would finish each of them off. But unfortunately, one of them jumped right in front, kind of body blocked for his friend there. Ugh. This is going terribly.
So far, Dark Beam has given me an energy transfer module. Not so good there.
Yeah, not exactly what you're looking for. Okay, is that Chozo? So Plasma gave us Hall of Elders that I suppose we could go back to. Or Elder Chamber. I don't hate that because also I did not check Great Tree Chamber, which is in logic.
My main power bombs are in the broom closet.
Okay. So just your spider for my Varia then. Oops.
Yep. And then here's a nice little vanilla trick with echoes. I'm shooting at nothing, but I'm actually shooting at Jump Guardian. His hitbox is actually loaded. He's just invisible. So all you have to do is shoot at this approximate position, shoot him 28 times with fully charged shots, mix it up with whatever beams, and you can bring him down to 1 HP this way. Start the fight, he takes 2 shots, and he's dead. For whatever reason, when he's down to 1 HP, the shot that would kill him doesn't kill him. He's invulnerable for that 1 hit. So you gotta hit him with 2. You gotta hit him with 2 shots.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that saves a good amount of time because Jump Guardian spends a lot of the fight being invincible while it's jumping around. So being able to damage it consistently while it's unloaded like this definitely helps. Losing some of the time. So some of the time I saved from doing Chozo backwards in the first place was avoiding having to do this puzzle. But at this point I think it was faster just to route this way back since we got that plasma beam. We will still have saved some time by not having had to do the wave part of Hall of Elders. Because we came in from the back, we were able to disable the force field. That also will have the nice side effect of not making 3 ghosts spawn in this room when we re-enter it here. Which would have deactivated the statue and made our lives kind of more annoying. I guess if we're only doing the plasma door, it doesn't stop the statue from moving here. It only stops his hands from being able to bowl you. So it actually wouldn't have been too much of a problem in this particular seed. Since we've already done the Hall of Elders check itself. More missiles.
I am at 65 missiles already.
Oh, wow.
That's about 30 missiles more than I would ever need. With the Echo's drop system, you never really need that many missiles in the game. Because the game, when it knows that you're low or out of missiles, it will prioritize missile drops, and sometimes big missile drops. When you're low on health, I believe it's an 80% chance when you're down to like the last 30% of your health to drop a bigger health. I think an Ultra, or maybe even
yeah, if you're at
Mega.
If you're 20% or below, you'll get Ultra drops at 80%. Yeah, as you said. If you're half health, you'll get 50 drops at 50%. Just still decent.
And then when
okay.
And then, like the big issue with Prime, if you're out of power bombs, it's like 80% chance drop for a power bomb, and that I think is your last suit in Mining Station B. Yep, that is your last suit.
Interesting. So, okay, that opens up a new possibility for us.
And I get the gravity suit hint.
Amazing. All right, so that gives us the reasonable opportunity of doing reverse frigate here. I don't hate that plan, so I'm going to do it. We'll have to get through bar skip here, though. So we're going to try to bomb jump into a little tiny hole above this gate.
What was that bomb? What was that bomb game? I don't suppose you can find me on my light beam so I could do storage B or storage A real quick.
Oh, that would be nice, yeah.
Alright, I want to make sure I don't get Kraylead here. There are no iframes when you come in contact with a Kraylead. You can go from 300 to 0 real quick with one of these guys.
Oh boy, I have not practiced this trick recently.
So I'm always finding something out of logic for you.
Oh, that was so close. So unfortunately, we don't have Boost Ball. Boost Ball helps get you through when you get those kind of scenarios where I was like kind of teetering on the fence there.
And speaking of Boost Ball, I think just Boost Ball with what I have, puts your gravity suit in logic. Or wait, no, that. Oh yeah, because it would just be a slope jump at that point, so that should be, I think, in this logic set. I don't remember.
Get over, please.
Oh,
That was close.
okay. There's my spider. That's your Varia suit.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Here, and there's your Varia suit hint. Okay.
Alright, so we're going to do some quick analogic checks here. This is also gets one of our artifacts out of the way. But having done that bar skip does mean we can do Frigate backwards. And doing it backwards means we don't need Wave Beam to open up all the conduits. Because the thermal puzzles only stop you from moving forwards.
As long as you don't accidentally try and turn forward, because then you will need to finish going all the way back.
Yep.
As I discovered once, once upon a time, we'll do reverse frigate. But that's fine. There is a save point down there in the frigate, next to cargo freight, deck left gamma, so you can save warp from there if need be.
Yeah, works pretty well. So we can do all 3 checks here in frigate, save warp, and then that'll put us on our ship, which is close to Magmor, which is where I want to go next to get into Fendrana. Now that the Varia suit is in logic, Fendrana is looking like the most reasonable place for next progression to be in my seat anyways. Might even have a vanilla wave beam.
It's not often when Randovania puts an item in its vanilla position. It can happen.
Yep, the game can put items behind points of no return, and being a Metroidvania, a lot of vanilla items are actually behind points of no return that require themselves to leave. So it's actually slightly less likely than chance for items to be in their original locations. Than pure chance, I suppose.
Light beam in its parallel location.
Amazing. That's actually significantly more convenient than its vanilla location. And way better than where it was in the previous scene we were in.
Yes.
It's required its vanilla location and then waiting. So similarly to the game expecting you to potentially need to go down a point of no return to get something that'll help you leave. The game can expect one of us to go into a point of no return to get something for the other, who then will take that and find whatever item frees them. And that was definitely the case in the last seed of this we played. Unfortunately for Leno. A lot of the time... Oh, good.
I got an E-tank for you coming up.
Thank you.
I don't know where you're at with energy.
That would be my 4th. So at that point I start feeling pretty comfy.
Okay. I am currently rocking 1 no suits. You're going to be rocking 4 all suits. That's effectively 6 E-tanks.
Yeah, I'm only missing boost and wave. And like your tracker is like half dark. Though to be fair, wave beam locks like almost half the game.
Well, I now technically have Dark World access, so I can at least get a few things done. Torvis is completely on logic still. The method to get in through the front door requires Dark Suit or Super Missiles.
Mm-hmm.
I could try and peek Storage C, but I have a bunch of stuff in logic yet, so I'm gonna worry about that later. And then this BSJ in sand processing, I have never been able to do. I cannot get on top of this turret to save my life. So I will not be peeking sand processing.
Yeah, there's a couple of methods. There's the screw deck method as well, but both are pretty difficult. It is much, much easier to have boost or cannonball to get up there. Power bombs making quick work of bosses that you weren't supposed to have them for. Dark Samus, the first fight, over in a flash.
Now, normally I would not pick up that missile, but that forces a reload of the previous room main reactor, which also makes the item appear. So there are times when I will pick up items when it doesn't make sense to. That, I believe, looks like a dark ammo. Correct. Oh, here we go. There's a key in Dark Oasis.
Oh no. Dark Oasis is among the worst checks in Echoes. Not only does it require both suits and Dark Visor and Power Bombs to access, but you also need to have killed Power Bomb Guardian in Lower Torvis.
And collect its item.
And collect its item, yep.
There actually have been instances where players have killed him. Oh, there's my grapple. But not picked up the item because they didn't think it was necessary. And then, oops, that item despawns forever. You will never see Dark Oasis if you do that. That's dark ammo. Okay. That is also the first ink cache that has given me a hint that is not named my missile-related upgrade or my energy transfer module.
Leno, would you like a cannonball?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Because then I'm gonna be right back in main reactor, so that will that'll get me sand processing. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. So
In Cannonball State, I am completely invincible while in Morph Ball form. The Cannonball State is something that the vanilla game gives you anytime you enter what's known as a kinetic orb cannon. And because of this, it also gives you a ability to pseudo boost. So I actually have boost ball ability while I'm in this state. However, collision detection with this is quite different than actually having boost ball. I can't break terrain.
Yeah, it deals it deals a different type of damage than boost ball. So some things are vulnerable to cannonball, but not boost, and vice versa can be true as well. But things that are vulnerable to cannonball tend to take many, many times their health in damage per frame, and so pretty much just explode if you touch them with cannonball. So that can be pretty nice.
Oh. And sometimes the camera is a little bit wonky when you use the cannonball as opposed to boost ball. See, the curse of the half-pipe kind of returns with echoes.
Yeah, and the one thing Leno's got to be careful of is, in vanilla, the game gives you this cannonball item when you enter a cannon and takes it away when you bonk into something at the end of the cannon flight. So if Leno ever enters a cannon, that cannonball will be taken away when he finishes the cannonball ride. So he only will have that upgrade until he takes a cannon.
How are you in missiles?
I've got plenty.
Okay. I won't go out of my way then.
There's like some jump that people do here to get up here, but I don't quite know how it works. Alternatively, we can jump off these Shegoth backs, or we can do a little slip jump right here. That door I just opened is the one and only door in the game that will open if you shoot it with a missile. Every other door, the missiles will bounce off. No idea why it was implemented different than all the other doors, but we like it.
Wait, which door is that?
The door from Ice Ruins West towards Fen Canyon.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
I just got a hint on quad. My quad is completely dead.
Good. Alright, I believe I've done everything possible with that wave beam.
And that's actually an example right there of the Echo's priority drop system working against your favor. It detected I had no power bombs and prioritized that instead of my health drops.
Yeah, that can be unfortunate. Wavelength. I'm gonna leave a save here, but I do have one idea of a small thing I can do.
Just dark ammo and hive gyro. Okay.
Being an Hive with 200 health does not seem great.
Yeah. Which is why I'm going to try and be in morph ball form or in safe zones as much as possible.
Screw attack is pretty handy as well. When you're screw attacking, you're only taking, I think, about 2 damage per second rather than the normal 6, even if you don't have a suit.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Retro decided not to program the same value with screw attack if you have dark suit or whether or not you don't. You actually take more damage than you would with dark suit, but it's still less damage than the 6, which is something you just want to try and keep abusing as much as possible. All right, let's see if Spider Guardian is going to be logically required for anything. Beam-related upgrade and Hive Dynamo works. No, that's a red key. Be a Hive key. Hive key, good. Grapple Beam and Dark Oasis, or Dark Aegon. I have not found a single useful hint yet,
Oh, damn.
other than my Aegon keys. Oh,
Oof. Alright. Maybe we'll use grapple to make this a bit easier on ourselves. What I'm doing is called the Training Chamber Wall Crawl, so I'm trying to take a look at what is in Training Chamber and Training Chamber Access without having Wave Beam. Prime Wall Crawling is a lot more annoying than Echoes. You need to know where all the load triggers are for each room that you're trying to deal with. Oh boy. And if you fall like I just did, you get to deal with the other fun concept of Prime, which is called Limited Influence. In Prime, if you walk off a ledge, you do get the coyote frames, but if you miss a jump, you then no longer have any influence over how Samus is moving. So in Echoes, if you miss one of these jumps, you can just fall back, you can just turn around and move back into the floaty bit of the room. But in Prime, you will just fall to the bottom and have to start all over again. So unless you're able to get a bunch of frame perfect tricks in a row, you need to find a corner of a room.
My Torvus keys are in Sank, Talon, and Torvus. I'm going to assume the Torvus key I have was from Talon Overworld.
That seems correct. I can check in the history. Yes, it was from Talon.
Oop. Let's check Aerial Training Site real quick. Missile. Everything's turning up missiles.
Hmm.
Now, in this room that I'm coming up to, Vault, this is normally where we get Screw Attack in the vanilla game. I actually want something to be here right now, because then that way I know my boost ball is hard and logically required, but because I have Cannonball, I can pick it up right now. And we can worry about the logic later. That is just a Dark Ammo tank. Never mind.
Oh my god, what? Alright. Well, this was worth. If you can see them up here. Don't actually know.
Cobalt Lock, Cobalt Hints. nice one game. Oh, there's a suit for me, finally.
Nice.
I now logically will have access to Torvus. And I can get hints out of logic. That's gotta be the Torvus key. Yep. Game? I have Spider Ball. Okay, there we go. Now, there's a couple of ways to get this. I'm going to do this slightly safer way that's consistent and 100% guaranteed. You can just screw attack into that hole, but you're not guaranteed to hit this, the opening with that.
Oh, I don't know how to get back in bounds in this room.
And in this room, I believe this is Mini Gyro. This is the only instance of the Crimson translator being of existence in Echoes. It is theorized that the Crimson lures were going to be added at some point, but it was replaced in favor of Violets. Okay. So now I think I do Temple Grounds cleanup. I'm going to do GFMC ship, Wind Chamber Gateway. And then I think I'm going to go check hints. In doing these hints, though, since I don't have Screw Attack, I'm going to have to do a reset because there is a way to get back through the door. It's beyond my ability. So I'm going to end up losing this cannonball. So I want to try and get as much done with this cannonball as I can before I no longer need it.
Wish I knew how to get back in bounds here. Your emerald is here in training chamber access. I don't know how to get. I don't know how to ceiling warp into this room.
Training chamber access. Oh, it's the tunnel item.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one. I've only seen Cosmo do like magma pool. So yeah, I don't know that one. Training. Oh, okay. So that means Sank entrance is locked behind my wave beam.
I wonder if you're supposed to use boost ball to get back in bounds here. But I don't have boost. Or maybe this hole? Actually, I didn't check this hole. Oh, am I soft locked? Oh, that would be great. I think there's a bad box here.
I forget. Is training chamber 2 training chamber access a wave door? I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Alright, well, that was a soft lock. We will try this again, though.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Behind power bombs.
neat. Cool. Then I shall fetch you your emerald. And then go do like every check in the game. I do actually need my boost ball though, because Life Grove Tunnel is an artifact.
Hey, have a power bomb to spare.
That is 7, which is pretty nice. Especially when, yeah, you can't reliably get drops in Prime 1. Have enough to get all the way through lower mines. It's pretty good. So I think we're actually going to do this wall crawl again, but this time we're going to go in bounds and grab the item, training chamber, and then just leave with wave beam. So I do have an artifact there. Let's save that backtrack. I really hate that jump.
Everything is coming up missiles. I have a feeling the STKs are going to be largely in my lower Torvus and maybe in your mines.
Dark Oasis being probably one is not a good sign, yeah.
Yeah.
My god. I'm doing this so poorly today. Actually, I guess I haven't practiced this in months, probably. Good practice.
That's just a missile. Wow. Like, does my seed have anything? Wait, I had all 3 of your suits. I had my own dark suit.
Two of my
You're waving your
beams. Yeah.
2 of your beams.
It's just like there's not much left to find. Like there's almost nothing for
Yeah.
me left to find. It's just whatever you need.
Super missiles, probably emerald for sure. Likely the light suit. Yeah. Alright, we are going to attempt to do this Dark World with only 1 E-Tank. This is not a fun out of bounds when you're on Dark Suit 1 tank. It's let's see here. What is it? 1.2, 199 energy. I forget. I forget what that math converts to, but it's about a couple minutes of Dark World exposure before death.
Oh, why did I press R? Okay, woohoo, that was lucky.
Wait, did I actually save? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That's right. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm having no luck. And by luck, I mean skill. So ideally, we can just kind of bomb jump along part of this room to avoid having to do this ether jumping. And then we come around here, which is where the... What? Is that... I guess that's just an open ceiling. Oops, well... We are not getting
On today I learned.
We're not getting at him like this. Guess we can just come back later at this point. But we will get the emerald.
No, no special rush on that. All right, now normally I would jump on this side, but I've been having trouble finding that hole lately, so I'm just gonna jump on top of this, which will get me out of bounds, just like that.
Nice.
Okay, step one done. I think we're free and clear at this point. Should be able to get hints.
Yeah, there's one interesting difference between the two games, where in Prime 1, all you need to get hints are missiles. In Echoes, you need supers, seekers, bombs, a means to open portals. So yeah, it's quite a bit more involved, and your hints generally will come much later as a result. But Leno, with some out of bounds, we'll be able to skip this super missile door here, and therefore get to the hints without supers. Which will get us earlier intel on where we need to go for him to be able to finish. Because otherwise, both of us, I believe, have everything we need to beat our final bosses. We're only looking for our keys and artifacts at this point, unless other major items are required to get those.
Okay, War Ritual Grounds. I kind of expected that with the Dark Visor hint.
No, yeah.
All right. Dark Oasis. Okay.
Yep, so it begins.
So it begins. Light suit is confirmed required.
Slog.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, so that's gravity boost. Plasma processing.
Alright. So definitely extra boost ball, if it wasn't already.
Oh. Warriors walk. Supers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Under Transit 1. That's a free one. Torvus Temple access. And War Ritual Grounds. Okay. So overall, not the worst. You only have one more in my game, or in the game.
Okay.
The rest are in mine.
And then what do I have to do for myself? Life Grove, Tunnel, Training Chamber. Alright. Those are not bad.
So let's see here. I am go minus 1, 2, 3. I'm go minus. Yeah, I think I'm go minus 3 here. Light suit, supers, boost. Oh, yeah. I already know where my Dark Visor is. It's in Torvus, so it's technically go minus 4, but it's fine.
Those are actually, so yeah, I can full clear the seed progression wise anyways then, because really the only possible checks that I can't do without boost ball are all artifacts or STKs. The other life grip item, I guess, is a bit problematic. But if I don't mess up the bomb jump method, I could theoretically get there.
So routing-wise, I probably should have tried to do Sank Entrance before losing Cannonball, because now we have to wait for my boost ball
Oh, true.
before I can finish that check.
That looks like your suit. Oh no, that's a burger.
There's one of our Jokins. So of the hints and echoes, you're always going to find four hints that will tell you something. Your boss hints, for example. We've already received both of our Quadraxis hints, so we know Quadraxis is dead. We have not received a Morbus or Chica yet. Then the game will also give you key locations for your 3 boss fights. So we will find a Dark Torvus key hint and an Inghive key hint at some point. And then there are 2 joke hints in the pool. Morph Ball related upgrade at Poison Bog. That might be my boost ball. And then the rest of the hints are going to be, I believe there are 3 proximity hints, or maybe it's 2. And then the rest of them will be general area hints, or I believe there's 1 or 2 that are exact room name. So, for example, we got the Dark Visor is in Torvus. That's a general area hint. My super missile is in Putrid Alcove. That is a really good hint.
Yeah. All right. Cool. One more thing off the list. Also makes lower Torvus access much more free.
Now, normally I would do the Torvus Temple first, but because I know where my super missiles are, I am going to go get that right now. There's my gravity boost.
We've loaded Torvus.
I'm okay with this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another energy tank, good. My survivability has just skyrocketed with 2 tanks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good timing on that power bomb.
Oh.
Oh, I always beat myself when I do this. I open the door for Portal Chamber, and then I didn't scout the item because I got the hint for Super Missile. So now I have to blind check this.
Wait, this is not the door that has the fighter. Oops.
It's fine. Because it could be my boost ball. No, it's power bomb. Oh, I have all 3 Chica keys, and I don't know what Chica has.
Oh no. But you don't have Cannonball anymore?
I don't have Cannonball anymore, so it would be a really slow fight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight him yet.
Yeah, you've got all
could.
you've got all translators, so you'll eventually get the hint.
Yeah. But if he has a light suit again...
Oh no.
want to be really careful about not stepping in the middle of the room here, because that will initiate the fight. Oh, there's Sunburst. That'll be useful if I have to fight Grapple Guardian. And then this is the best refill station in the entire game. It's right next to a check. It's right next to a save point. So even though I don't have Boost Ball, I can go get the Taurus Arena artifact. And luckily, I know the tech to get out without Boost Ball.
Nice.
For some... I don't have super... Wait. No, I have supers. Yeah, that's why I came this way. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't go this way. For some reason, when crumble blocks start respawning, they don't have a crumble timer until they fully form in. So you can actually abuse that, get halfway across the bridge before you start hitting crumble blocks that will crumble. And if you have just enough momentum, you can get all the way across. It's kind of tricky, but not too bad. Some people would use a screw attack into the morph ball tunnel method to get to the other side of the room. I'm not as familiar with that one.
We forgot to press jump, and so we fell. Luckily, there is more sandable to get up this room relatively quickly.
Okay, Samus, we'll just blind check it then. Did not think that was gonna work.
Thardus. Thardus is also weak to power bombs. Unfortunately, he's so dang tall that it is hard to hit most of his weak points with PBs, but you can take out a couple of his racks pretty much for free. Another good tip for this fight is if you lay morph ball bombs when he starts to roll at you, it will basically finish the thermal phase of that rock for you. So you never really need thermal for this fight, plus that's half of the damage you need to do in each phase done for you immediately.
The hitbox and the bomb detection seems to be rather generous too, so you can actually be kind of far away from those weak points and still hit them with bombs.
Mm-hmm. Nice sense.
Oh wait, I already knew what this was. Why was I trying to scout this? I knew Torv's Temple Access was an SDK. Alright, Captain, is it true?
Oh,
Not today. There's a saying that Captain MD13 would say that there's always progression in Underground Tunnel, and usually that's true.
Well,
Morbus is dead.
Good hint in Underground Tunnel, at least.
Alright, now because they don't have Boost Ball, Normally you would use the tree to climb this room, but the vanilla way to get to arena also applies, so that's just the route I will take. Alright, one pirate out in the tree. Laying a power bomb in Torvus Grove with the pirates still alive is a little dangerous, because they can actually get themselves lodged in the tree to the point where you cannot kill them. And there's my Dark Visor and Meditation Vista. Visor percent complete.
There's your last Morbus key, now that you know that it's dead.
Yep, so all red keys now are dead.
Oh yeah, only have ones
We
left.
don't need to worry about the Inghive keys wherever they're at.
Ben is full clear. Head to mines. Also full clear, and then hopefully we have boost by then to finish our cleanup.
Then I took a save point there just before Boost Guardian. For Marathon safety, I'm going to take some save points regardless of where I'm at, just to make sure that, just in case if I die, I don't lose too much progression. Boost Guardian is one of those fights, especially in the vanilla game, that is terrible. And if I don't have Light Suit, I will probably not... Or, I mean, if I have Light Suit, I probably don't save. But in almost any other case, I will probably take the safety save.
Yeah.
Because the fight can go sideways, regardless of your item layout.
Yeah, there is a quick kill, but if you miss it, which is definitely possible, the fight can really be pretty nasty. Looks like you got it. Nicely done. Great.
Okay. Thanks for nothing, game. Alright.
Well, that was a good shot.
I will attempt to demonstrate this getting out. Oh, just a little too soon on that. Just like that. So yeah, your boost ball is never actually needed for that room, as strange as it seems. The developers fully intended for you to actually need it to get out, but because of crumble timer mechanics, you can just bypass that altogether. Alright, so I guess we go to Lower Torvus now.
Going to lower mines. Guess it's the low point of the seed. Oh, what was that? That's something. Is this just an E-tank room? Nah, just an E-tank. Oh well. Doesn't hurt, I guess.
That's alright. So while I'm down here, I'm going to kill Powerbomb Guardian as the prerequisite for getting my Dark Oasis key. Hey, first try, secrets weren't terrible.
Yes, Seekers are notorious for managing to miss one of the locks when you try to open the purple doors.
Here's the other joke yet.
Here's your Annihilator.
Okay, that opens up gross checks.
Yeah, not exactly what we wanted to find, actually. A decent weapon to have on hand for final bosses, though.
Another energy tank. I've reached the point now where the game's just going to give me energy, and I definitely don't need it now. Although that Annihilator is actually really good timing, because I can do Transcendental South.
No, yep.
Chieka is dead. Good game. So that's all my bosses, just not needed.
Nice.
You have a Morph Ball related upgrade at Dungeon. It's probably Power Bomb.
That could be boost.
Oh, yeah, and we already know Light Suit's required. That might actually be a thing then.
Yep. I'm missing... Gosh, how many... What is it? Mains and 4 PBs in Prime? So I think
Yes.
I think that's 50-50
Oh.
boost then.
Do you have all your Power Bomb expansions?
I'm missing 1.
Okay. So that is 66% chance it is a Power Bomb of one of the 2 varieties, and 33% chance that it is your boost.
I have my mains as well. So
Oh, you do have your
it's
mains.
just expansion or boost. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's 50-50 then.
I am hopeless at these scan dashes. Alright, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Which means... Oh my gosh, get bullied by Metroids.
That's my Dark Suit hint. Alright, let's get under Transit 1 real quick.
That was a clinic on how not to do MQA. What's up here? Light ammo.
Now, normally you're supposed to do the entire Grapple Guardian sequence to get through this room, but because Screw Attack has a janky mechanic where we can just activate all kinds of crystal switches just like that, you can approach that crystal from behind and activate it without ever needing to do Grapple Guardian.
Yeah, pretty handy. Alright, we're gonna have anything in Phazon Mining Tunnel today? Nope.
A little unfortunate with that Phazon suit being so early. Would have been nice.
Yep.
Alright, normally we would not be getting this and we would go straight to Under Temple, but because we know this is required, we're gonna have to do a fight skip. Go back to Access, go to the Dark World, and get Powerbomb Guardian that way. And first try.
Nice.
Goodbye, blog. Yep, just a simple bomb space jump combined with your gravity boost. You can skip the fight.
Alright, on to Omega Pirate. So, Omega Pirate, is with every other Elite Pirate enemy in this game, doesn't activate his AI until he is directly facing you. So if we just kind of strafe around him, he will never do anything more than just kind of turn like this. So we get to break his armor pretty much for free. After that, we can deal specific amounts of damage to him to get a one cycle and not actually ever have to deal with the armor. Ideally, this power bomb can be placed in such a way that it stops the pirates from spawning. Looks like I got it. So
Now it should be noted that only accounts for the first phase of the fight. If he does not get the quick kill and has to do another cycle, he will actually have his normal AI running. So it's really important to get the quick kill. It's a pretty free quick kill to get, but it's still kind of important that it happens.
He does have AI that chooses what pool to spawn in, so we can manipulate that to know for sure where he's going to show up. At first, he shows up in the pool farthest away from you. After that, he shows up in the pool farthest away from you other than the one he just spawned in. So if we stand basically on one pool, we know that he will switch back and forth between the other two, and then can quickly get some shots off to not give him time to recover his armor.
Actually, I should scout the screw attack item first before doing this.
Ugh, whole lot of nothing in lower mines. Still have PCA to bail us out, I guess. That was a really bad dash. So we're riding the elevator again.
Oh, I guess we do drop Guardian in this case. We're here. We're not coming back this way. There's no reason not to do it.
Looking for a power bomb drop there. Didn't get one. We are a little bit short on what we need to clear the rest of upper mines. So hopefully the drop system will play nice with us. We're going to try to dodge a fight trigger for this elite pirate. We got it. Just skip that fight there. Oh ho! Here's the light suit. Oh, that's nice. So that's in time for you to check dungeon without too much of a time loss.
So now it should just be boost ball go mode.
Yep, seems like it. Do you need your boost for anything?
I need my boost for Sank entrance.
Ah, right, yeah. Oh, it boosts balls. Yeah, both of them, I
Yep.
guess.
Yep. There was actually a quick kill tech I forgot to do on Grapple Guardian with Sonic Boom.
Thought we were gonna George the jungle right into that Metroid there with that grapple point, but luckily we avoided it barely. I can't go this way.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going the wrong way. I want to take the other door. I want to do dungeon.
So normally we like to route upper mines backwards, but to do that we need to clip through some collision at the top of Elite Research. There's some power bomb rubble. Well, not power bomb rubble, but rubble that you blow up with that laser. But we can clip through it with boost ball. But yeah, since I don't have boost ball, I cannot do that. So we'll need to climb to the top of the room and go out this way. Here's our conscientious objector pirate, Ivan. I think he's
All
only.
right, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what the 50-50 is.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Well, that saves me from farming power bombs, I guess. So it's not nothing.
It's just not ideal.
Yep.
Now, you might remember the first time I came to this room, I did not lower this gate, so normally this would be a bad idea. And if I screw attack into this gate, that is definitely a bad idea. But there is no collision back here, so I can just back up and in the drink, and we're out. There was one time when I was doing a quote-unquote speedrun of this game back in the day, in an old any percent category. I screw attacked into that gate, and Samus did her stuck in midair.
Oh no.
And that was effectively GG's.
Yeah, that is not what you want. Aha! Boost ball acquired.
Ooh, you got yours. Okay.
Okay, so that's good. That routes pretty well here. I can finish up my mines cleanup, and then this will pop me out right near Life Grove to get the 2 artifacts left there. Now, I guess, do you know how to get Cannonball from Workers' Path?
I have never successfully done that out of bounds.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would go straight for that instead.
Well, we don't collectively have that much left, so I'll have to turn up pretty soon. There are a couple methods that speedrunners employ to get themselves the Cannonball item without the randomizer, like placing a version of it by getting shot out of a cannon while on the wrong room using out of bounds, such that the thing that you bonk into at the end of the cannon ride that takes away your cannonball despawns before you get there, and therefore the game will never take away the cannonball. Workers' Path is one of a few locations where getting that is relatively reasonable.
Sank map was garbage. Alright, so now I have to face off against Quentin without Boost Ball, which normally is not a good idea, but if you know the tech, I'm going to wait for him to laser me. I said laser, not spin.
I mean, with screw attack, you're fine either,
Yep.
however you want to do it. It's only if you don't have screw or boost that you get to do it with bombs. Because if you kill the head, you can still just screw attack the legs when they're spinning.
Correct.
Bye, Calvin. What do we got up here? Nothing.
So now I'm gonna go check Profane Path for the boost ball. I'll follow this through to Plan Dark Worship. And then I think I go back to Aegon and finish off that. Yeah, I'm really starting to regret not doing Sank Entrance when I still had Cannonball, but that Emerald timing was just not ideal.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's fine.
It was a pretty rude spot for it. Honestly, it's kind of lucky that I was in BK and, like, did that wall crawl with nothing else to do, because otherwise that would have been probably among the last checks I ever did with Wave Beam. Like, I would have full cleared Fen and Mines before doing the Chozo cleanup, probably.
Because it's one of those checks that it's orphaned. It's so far out of the way at that juncture that you just never want to go back for it.
But it was one of
Not much you can do.
the few things I could peek visually while I was unable to do any useful checks. Your... Oh, there we go. Something, what was going on with your capture card for a second there? Oh,
My capture card has... It does this from time to time.
Oh, lovely. Ah, there we go. I blame the I blame the pirates.
Yeah, to fix that, I just swap capture sources and then swap back. It's only ever done it with component capture, a la the GameCube. But there was one time when it actually did that with the Super Nintendo, which has me a little worried. Oh, I can do Fortress Transport Access. I want to make sure I do that. Maybe I'll get a boost ball hit.
Oops.
It stands to reason boost ball is in my game, but it's not guaranteed.
I have one check left, which is life growth.
Okay, it's probably in my game then.
Oh, alright, I have no checks left. Unless I have forgotten something.
So I should probably head back to Torvus then, because I do have a Morphball-related upgrade hint in Poison Bog. That is my best lead on the boost ball, so that's probably something I should prioritize. And then from there, I can follow that through back to Aegon.
Alright, that'll be route. Do training chamber and workstation. Those are both obnoxiously far away from each other.
Well, the good news is, if it's here in Poison Bog, I can just go on back, do a 180, and then do Sank Entrance, which I want to say is your last artifact. Oh, wait, no, I still have Sank Entry Controller, sorry. I still have a Leer. So it should be the final two.
Huh. I'm missing 4, which seems like more than I should be missing. Did I?
You did
something?
Hydro Access Tunnel, I believe. You did. Oh wait, you just got boost. So Life Grove Tunnel.
Oh, your transport B access.
Did I not get that one?
Appears not.
Okay. I will pick that up next time I save warp. Now, since I have my mains and CGC settings, it gives me 3. I have 7 total power bombs, which means there is a 25% chance that this is my boost ball. 3 power bomb expansions left in the world. This could be one of them.
Bomb boost.
It's just a burger. Okay, that is unfortunate. You know, I've had those Chicka keys for a while, and still have no intel.
I thought you scanned a hint that said Chica was dead.
I know Worm is dead. I'm gonna double check real quick. That's a Morbus, Dark Beam, Suit, Chica's energy tech. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's all of them dead. Good catch, good catch.
Mm-hmm.
So because we are missing Boost Ball, I know a certain amount of checks will never be containing Boost Ball. So Torvus Plaza Access, those are dead. Don't have to worry about those. Let me see here. Sand Processing, we already picked that up. There was another one that I'm not remembering offhand.
Really annoying if the Sank entrance hint is your boost ball hint.
That'd be rude.
Yep. There's some logic with the hint placement system that tries to place hints for useful things at useful times, but it's somewhat constrained and often won't end up placing all the items in that logical method, and then the rest just kind of get placed into random spots. So sometimes hints for items can be locked behind having picked up the item in the first place, which is we call a thanks game.
We've already had one instance of that so far this game with the Cobalt Translator hint.
Yep.
Being locked behind itself.
You know what? I think I forgot to do a check.
Oh, nice shot. Yeah, I did scan. I did check both these already. I already know that Battleground is nothing. I think it might be worth trying to learn the Workers Path out of bounds.
It's come in handy a couple times in races that I've played. I don't like doing it without Cobalt at all. It's much worse without Cobalt. With Cobalt, the only tricky bit is getting through Sync Energy Controller without falling to your death. Well, your eternal time loss.
Mm-hmm. Now there is a check that is on the way, but it's only accessible from this direction, so I have to do it the vanilla route to get to Light Beam. This will also give me the feeding pit check. Now in the previous seed that we did, feeding pit was my super missiles. Okay, that's dead. Hello, Metroids. Why are you here? I forget what changes this layer. Is it Dark Samus for this layer?
I think it's like second pass or having picked up Vanilla Light Beam,
Oh.
but I could be wrong. I think there's like multiple triggers for that flag though,
Okay.
or for that layer. Oh, I'm such a moron. Well, there's your boost ball. You should have had that a long time ago.
Where was that?
Tower of Light. I just like did Tower Chamber and forgot
Oh.
to climb the room after.
Hmm.
It's one of those like Torvis Plaza and Torvis Plaza axes where it's like you do the thing that's faster by cutting through the room first, and then you forget to get the item in the room as you're coming back.
I guess Tower of Fast in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's go mode. So Sank Entrance is next, and well, actually, Save Warp. I'm gonna get your Taurus or Transport B axis, and then Sank Entrance, and then I have one more STK to get. Oh wait, no, I still gotta. Yeah, I gotta do Orlear for you yet.
Okay. Yep. And I'm
So
on
I'm
my
gonna
way to plasma processing. Should be the last.
I'm gonna do Orlear, then I'm going to do Save Warp. What is? Oh, you gotta do plasma processing. Did you do that yet?
I am on my way there.
Okay. So I'm looking through my SDKs, like, which one haven't I picked up yet? Should just be War Ritual Grounds.
Okay. In that case, yeah, that'll be 9 for you. And then, yeah, you put me with the 3 that I am missing. So, yeah, I think we're good.
Now, in the case of CGC here, I want to make sure that the Prime player finishes well ahead of me, because Prime final bosses are slow. Echo's bosses can be very zoomy, because you can do Screw Attack to completely mitigate Emperor Ing Phase 3, and then there's what's known as the DS4 skip, as the final boss, also a Screw Attack. Whereas Prime, we call him Exo and Essence, for the 2 separate fights there. Exo takes a long time, and then Essence can sometimes do a pool skip, which is Really unfortunate.
Yeah, since it's supposed to lay those phazon pools, that you use the phazon suit to damage it, but if it is too close to the kind of carcass of the exoskeleton, it will just not lay a pool, and instead waste a bunch of your time.
Which is weird that happens at all, because if I remember being told at some point many years ago, there's actually AI in place to prevent Essence from being near that carcass to prevent pool skips, but it still happens.
There's some amount of manipulation you can try to do to avoid it, but yeah, sometimes it still happens to the best of runners. It's rolled off there. So this is a real long spider ball puzzle to get up to the vanilla plasma beam room, but we can do a little slope jump up to these little blocks and skip all of it, because otherwise you gotta go all the way around the entire circumference of this room, and it takes forever. I guess I got time to pick up the sea tank for me. Not that we are in any real danger in final bosses. I remember where you enter. Oh my gosh.
Alright, 2 left to get. Transport B, and then Sank entrance.
And then what do you need for yourself?
War Ritual Grounds.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is going to be about a 2:30-ish finish.
Yeah, not too bad.
Right around the bread and butter of the estimate I was hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this, I mean, Steve wasn't super cursed, but it wasn't very friendly either. Like, it was a full clear on the Prime side, and you've done a large majority of the checks in your game as well.
At least 80%, yeah.
Yeah.
Prime has exactly 100 checks, and Echoes has somewhere in the range of about 118.
Yeah, Echo's definitely, to kind of keep pace with Prime, Echo's definitely needs the help of that hint system. It's got more checks that are hard locked behind certain items, more progressive items in general, and then also, yeah, like 20% more checks to do in the first place. So it's not too uncommon that a lot of seeds come down to Prime just basically blindly full clearing their seed, while Echoes looks for the last 1 or 2 things they need. Nope, I should not be loading this room.
And then this spinner right here is why Boost Ball is required for this check. If you have Cannonball, you can open that up ahead of time and then not worry about Boost Ball. Was an option today.
The other way you can't get here from the Brett's the Sank because there's a one-way gate secret lock puzzle you gotta solve in the couple rooms here, so Only way to Sank entrance is through the elevator, unless you do some out of bounds. And Sank is not a fun place to be out of bounds. There's a lot of dumb collision that stops you from moving how you would like. A lot of the rooms have really large boxes, like the gravity boxes. That means you can fall really far down if you're not careful. Ooh, nice double. I don't know how you got that. I never get that double.
And then just for the heck of it, let's see what Sank Entrance's hit is, even though it's not going to be anything important.
Yep. Still don't understand how I got that height in the tournament.
He's the Hive Temple. Nice. Are in Dark Dwarvis and Sank. Okay.
Oh, you had them all. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, you didn't get them both. I thought that super hit killed both of the pirates.
Sadly, no. It's usually a good idea to kill both pirates before you attempt any of these spider tracks. Any contact damage just knocks you off the tracks entirely.
Yep.
Alright, one more save warp.
Farmer Powerbomb.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Yep, Ink Smashers are going to be active.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a second one.
The first one you should get you the drop. Yeah, there's a couple Ink Smashers here that are pretty tanky enemies. They are vulnerable to power bombs. Normally the Slayer's not active, because it's only activated if you come through here after killing Powerbomb Guardian, which isn't super common in Rando. But that did be how it played out this time.
Oh, good. I got the drop.
Nice.
And did not get the drop that time.
Well, first one was what we needed. Oh, nice. And Quentin's already dead. So.
And that's the reason why I fought Quentin earlier. If you activate Quentin and don't fight him, it's possible to bypass that. This save point is forever locked out.
Yeah, that is not ideal. Well, sometimes it's not worth it, but it's hard to know for sure if you're gonna ever need that save point later.
Yep.
It's usually prudent to go for it.
Now, if I had been smart, I would have grabbed this artifact on my way to Sank Entrance so you can already be starting the fight. That is a my bad moment.
No worries. Alright, let's go do some final bosses.
And that is actually go mode.
Not a whole lot to Ridley.
No, actually,
go ahead.
I take that back. Sorry, go ahead.
First and third phase of Ridley, there's not too much to them. The second phase is vulnerable to Boost Wall, which deals extreme amounts of damage, so that'll pretty much instantly bring him down to his about a quarter health. So we do gotta wait for him to fly around a little bit. There is a 1 frame window where you can shoot him and have him immediately land so you can boost ball him, but I am not familiar with the setup for that. Plus, even if you know the setup, it's a 1 frame trick, which is 1/60th of a second to pull it off. Yeah, from there we will just unload missiles into Ridley and finish him off. Yep, looks like rapidly down to a quarter health. Guess we haven't talked about rapid fire missiles at all. In Prime 1, if you can rapidly fire, you can fire missiles way more quickly than the game expects you to. Easiest way to do this is just by holding C up. Oh my god, did I really miss that? Oh my gosh, seriously. That was a terrible thing. Fired a super. I should have fired a bunch of missiles and then fired a super, and I fired a super first and then did not know how his like damage caps work.
Alright, now I was trying to farm up some missiles for the purpose of these ink pods in this next room. They are actually one of the few hard-coded drops in the game. If you shoot them with a regular beam and you don't have full missiles, they give you ultra missile drops. If you shoot them with a beam and you have full missiles, it's a guaranteed power bomb drop. I'm trying to get at least one more power bomb, because I only have one entering Emperor Ring, and I would like at least 2 for the fight. 3 is preferable. And then conversely, if you shoot it with a light beam or a dark beam, it will guarantee drop. I think bigger drops of your of the opposite beam. Don't quite remember how much it does because I usually don't farm them for beam ammo.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's usually pretty generous. So we use some slope jumps and some sandball there to quickly climb this room, and stay away from the fission Metroids. Or on to Exo. Leno gonna go for a 1 cycle of Emperor 1 here. 4 supers will do it. Annihilator is also pretty good.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it. That's ideally not what I use a power bomb on, but it's fine.
Yeah, the exit fight first. Sub chamber will fight a wave and a power, then it adds ice, then it adds plasma, and then in the 4th sub chamber it does whatever the heck it wants. Ideally, we can over damage it in the power, well, honestly, any phase but wave. Have that damage carry over to the next phase and not have to do the wave phase like this, because wave beam is our lowest damage per second beam. There are opportunities when it runs by like that you can get a shot in, and there's another opportunity right as it turns around before it switches to get that kind of bonus damage in. Oh my gosh, whoops. Can try to get a super pistol snipe as it runs by, but I prefer to wait and make sure I land that one.
Oh, I almost got blocked up to the door.
Oh well. Yep, meanwhile Emperor 3 is vulnerable to screw attack, kind of behind its knees. Or ankles, I guess. So that is a very
the developer
way to kill it.
had a different fight in mind when they were originally developing this. There was some kind of force fields that were supposed to be broken with screw attack. They took out the force field prospect, but kept the screw attack in. So you can screw attack its ankles and do 36 damage per frame and almost one-shot him. In fact, there are some inconsistent setups to do a quick kill on Emperor 3. I've gotten it a few times. I actually got it once during the opening match of the CGC tournament. going up against, I forget what Aaron's team was named.
Team Hot Dog.
Team Hot Dog, yes.
One thing we can do in this fight is if we stand close enough to it, it will pretty much always do a melee attack. If you dodge it better than I just did. That could be a good way to kind of keep it from doing anything annoying. Ah, come on.
Oh, she is centered with no pixels
just
of
a
health
sliver.
left.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Gosh. This is why we try to do the melee manipulations. We got through that. So for the Essence fight, Essence is scripted to do a certain number of actions between each visor phase / laying down a pool. One thing we can do is something called attack cancels, where we shoot it with a tiny burst of the hyper beam and then wait and let it start to try to perform its next action, and then immediately hit it with hyper beam and interrupt it. And that will quickly deplete the number of actions that it's trying to do and get it to lay a pool much quicker than it would otherwise. So that will be what we do at first. Towards the end, there's another mechanical pool cancels that we can use to try to get more damage out of one given pool. Where is... How am I not? Oh my gosh. Alright, you're in a terrible location. I need you to move. Not there. I need you to move anywhere but there. No, stop. Yep. Well, that wasn't great. So I got a little disoriented and didn't quite get out of the pool quickly enough, and then it made a move back towards that corner, which is near that carcass, which is where the risk of the pool cancels comes. And although I was trying to give it the opportunity to move somewhere else, it repeatedly chose not to do so. So we are kind of out of luck here.
So I ended up not getting info on one of my 3 Inghive keys. Other than that, I have a full tracker.
Wow.
And one thing the randomizer does with both games, and I want to say it's going to do that with every game that Randomania has support for, is item locations in the credits.
Yeah, that's really nice. But yeah, that is time as of a few seconds ago.
Nice.
GG's.
228.16 on my end. That would be like a, what, 233 on your end?
231.41.
231.41. Nice. Let's see where this last hive key was. Airy. Yeah, no, it wasn't doing that. Get hacked, Airy. %.
Yeah. Classic Leno collection percentage, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad a seed. I was a little slow to your bombs, unfortunately.
I mean, that's just the nature of the randomizer sometimes.
Yep. But for the most part, we were pretty much moving each all the time, which is really all you can hope for, even if stuff we're doing is not in logic.
Yep. And even in instances where one of us is in BK, we're able to break logic at least somewhat to try and keep moving. So there's never, well, hopefully never any, like, just standing still doing nothing periods. But, yeah, that was CGC. That was Prime and Echo's Multiworld. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you consider adding this into the marathon, and if so, we will see you soon. Either way, we will see you next mission.
Yeah, thanks for the multi-Leno. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, we will catch you next time.